Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready? Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck with everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hate them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They've always believed that's come to think of it. Perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of the Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the—
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the Withering. At least, that's what Tighnari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia Forest? That whole, the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
Time to go. Into the wind.
Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still—
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into his head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just... Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get ready and put on this device.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge caps?
Yes.
Paimon is still really...
I understand, but trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's best if you can do as I say. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements. Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing...
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to...
Huh? What?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have lost... You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. After all that time, what do you...
A fool?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules...
But why would you need...
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous...
Things you're interested in are really...
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects.
Small
We're going to tinker with the...
I thought we agreed on a plan.
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you...
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment. Had I known all Hatham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the dead.
Traveler, Paimon. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us...
That also sounds like something all...
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous...
Of course he does. He told me. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies,
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help? We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards.
Cyno, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the sport.
Well, now that you've... But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything, since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation. There should be...
Okay, you.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
One with nature.
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the
Of course. Mahamatra Cyno. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting?
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Ahmar in Port Ormos.
As many as Ain al-Ahmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared stiff. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Cyno has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Cyno has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Maham, no matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing
a reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the
Akasha is still in operation, so I must... Actually, considering the power...
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, if you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped, but things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But what?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can...
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of...
The Academia firmly believes that all human action...
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive... However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, emotions are part of our behavioral logic. But can you guarantee that... Cyno, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could fix... But now, you've joined a team. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. The Akasha lacks data on these
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is...
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped by the past.
Paimon's so...
Next time...
Will do.
Just remember to stay...
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The construct next to him is for his work.
Beep! Construct, beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of...
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage. Any questions about the...
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. Get ready.
It's time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert!
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here
It's to show how important we think the operation is, since this is a big case for the Academia.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. They are our only leads for the case.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! Judging from those shiny weapons in your hand...
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and...
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the...
I'm not here to talk.
Oh, nobody's given me this much time. Brothers!
Windstrider!
Huh? Rain outlines your fate.
Clouds high. The birds call! Into the wind.
Higher, higher, pants on fire!
The wind knows me.
Know my sword! Huh? Let's light it up!
One with nature.
It's over.
Ah! We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related
You pitiful Dendro! King Deshret will curse—
Silence!
Oh!
Restrain them and take—
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino. I will not—
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went...
Yes.
That's fantastic! And that punch you gave Raman?
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Reba.
Yeah.
Go join up with her.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tighnari? What if he'll...
I have a very close relationship with Tighnari. Given how well we... If we need help, get ready for the next phase of the plan.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing... All joking aside, I'm glad you're here.
But
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to... Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goal.
Yeah, we sure don't want...
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis Di and ask for Forest Watcher Tighnari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, so we'll find Tighnari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the sages have placed spies everywhere. You should be...
But Paimon thought mercenaries...
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go...
how much more do you want?
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good! I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future victory. Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Pardis Di.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
He's over there! Let's go say hi!
Ah, Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Pardis Di just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the Academia. Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, none of you strike me as the type that would conspire to deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean... you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis Di. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also I will personally supervise her treatment.
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so... I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry to... Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of it. It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible... And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
can't help but...
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone, I can sense that he's always looked down on others.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that...
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do...
Sorry, we can't tell you everything. We appreciate...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me.
Hasn't he already asked you several times?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter. This has been a habit of his for many years. But
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharva...
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If...
I can do that. But I have a... The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is. If the higher-ups really are hiding something. If the situation becomes critical.
All right. We've got a plan.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant.
I must say, I didn't...
Being loyal to the... On that note...
The Academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so...
I see. So you noticed something was...
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. Also, if you run into Sino again, please... I think this may be something he needs to hear.
Okay, we'll find it...
Thanks.
Right. Oh, by the way, which way did...
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tighnari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling... He also said that he'll take care of everything before... Just to be safe, let's...
But we have no idea where...
We'll do it the mercenary way. That Harbinger may have tried to cover... Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the dock... To the south of here is Port Ormos, which...
Port Ormos?
That's right. Let's go to...
Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems we found...
Shh! Don't drop. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Now this
This is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. This place will do. We can hide here while we...
Uh-oh. He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving at...
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he... And where are all the soldiers we saw in the...
They were all here just a few minutes ago.
So this was a trap. Wait.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get...
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't...
Oh no!
Let's go!
Pardis Di is not a...
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us...
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it...
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right. I've done my duty to inform.
It would seem that my words... You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Pardis Di...
With all due respect, you're baseless.
Well, you only have your heart... I may be staying at Pardis Di as a scholar. It is still my duty to protect the peace.
Then it seems our convert...
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia.
Tighnari! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These petunias really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming!
Yeah, Tighnari! Beat him up!
Shouldn't get careless.
Into the wind. Rain outlines your fate. Rain.
The doctor's orders are absolute.
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now.
The wind knows me. Clouds high.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to
Got it! Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you. I didn't need to do anything. It is her.
Who are you talking to?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler!
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how but this also shows that humanity's worship of God. Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you, but you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. All I had recorded down before were some painful... Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has the... I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear... This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know, it'll be for your own good, as well. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. She peered into my consciousness and saw my... All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become... You're doubting me again? No matter. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first... How very amusing. Has anyone ever told... The doctor has never known his place. Even now, you're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to... It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon used thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Palantir? Oh, he sure chatted with you. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger!
Compared to the storms I've encountered.
Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey!
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get
struck by...
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started to tap. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. My wound aside, you look like...
Hey, Didn't I tell...
Just in case. Thank goodness.
Hey!
I understand my condition.
Ugh. The more you understand...
I know. They all...
Oh, he's had to...
Let me rest for a bit.
So that's what you were talking to the Balladeer about?
The Academia.
That sounds, ambitious. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, taste... I must be the least ambitious...
Don't say that.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did... maybe the Fatui want to cover up some...
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia had...
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's act.
So, if the doctor was to show up again...
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he... In other words, we've successfully completed the stage...
Yay! That's a...
Thank you for the help, Tighnari.
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here. Let's continue to keep a low profile.
You can just focus on your plan. Leave Hypatia to me. My wound isn't going to get in the way. Okay. Guess I'll sit still for a little while longer.
All right, everyone.
How did everything go?
Let's report back one by one. We've made the necessary modifications to the...
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Parties DI.
Who was behind?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by... So, we've successfully removed the doctor...
Oh! Tighnari also asked us to tell you this...
Everything also went smoothly on my side. To avoid alerting the quarry.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team.
It appears to have been very... Well...
Huh?
Well, what else?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement?
Personally, I'd rather...
I'll hate them, you...
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then... So you should find someone more...
But I thought all of you Academia big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what?
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of an...
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss.
Yeah! Say something to boost morale!
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilou!
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
Judging from the group, but you also look like you're up to no good.
Welcome, Nilou. Would you like to...
Huh? Join you? You mean, you also want to discuss something important?
Yes. Something... Nilou, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? I can't believe my ears. You are truly the... Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well.
That's right!
I must admit, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Remember.
Okay, I'll get my...
Just remember not to say too much.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done.
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all
Well said.
Thankfully, I've had my...
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a...
Okay.
Yep, good night, Today's the Academia's Neogarbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action. Alhaitham should be waiting for us. Let's go to the Academia.
One with nature. Into the wind.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. What about you all?
Naturally, I slept just fine.
You just want...
It's crucial to dissipate any tension.
The only thing you're doing...
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console.
You know, Paimon's been thinking...
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Surasthon, 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled.
So...
Don't forget, today is Neogarbaha Day. The Sages and core Academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into... All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the... When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue well, yes. That, if precedence holds, the Academia...
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for...
Let's go.
So are we just gonna...
Yes. Worry...
Paimon can...
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you...
That's me. Is something...
No. I was just surprised to see you here. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the Academia.
Outside guests. How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless in-
What did you say? I'm the top student in—
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return—
Is that so? The sages search for you. A blonde hair. So, from the start,
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat.
As I expected. Please.
It's nothing. Well,
all right. Thank you.
What the heck just—
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself that is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions— Nowadays, the academia is—
Wow. So there are special ways to—
We shouldn't waste any more time.
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it—
There are a lot of students going through—
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially— Just act natural.
What's this platform?
It's a lift that Academia personnel use—
Are we gonna take it then? The great—
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we will—
You think the Grand Sage will— And after he does, we'd sneak past him?
Who knows? However, if we can confirm—
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you. Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts.
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to—
I'm sure, but compared to you, I am— It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my— Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to— The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable.
This place is crawling with guards. There's—
All right then, traveler. Today is Niagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. If that is so, then you should be praising our great—
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power, creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. Even Irminsul will be for our nation of scholars. This is the ultimate aspiration. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within you. Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity. Care for the people, fend off sandstorms, fabricate silly fairy tales. We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Though I may have the ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the—
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think think that
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous, and not only are they acting against the Academia, but their ideologies...
Alhaitham?
Anyway, I've brought them to the Academia's or... Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. In a...
Alhaitham? We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed content. As it is Niagarba Day, I'll enter the information.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. Are you not familiar with the concept that great respect... In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable.
You're despicable!
Despicable? Your ploy.
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan.
Must I delineate your entire plan? First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler to caravan. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the
Maybe...
The Academia had not received correspondence from its... With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The fact...
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that, if I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to sneak into the Academia on Niagarba Day using all... Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor. And as for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon...
You'll see me as a traitor, even if you impugn me. It would have...
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage... However, under the current circumstances...
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you was a...
So flight is turned to fight at... Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor. You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Niagarba Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. managed to trick Grand Sage. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the...
What? Why do we want to get him?
He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to their success. Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control. And with their guard down, the next phase of our...
I can already...
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really...
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has a... According to the Academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord... That way, they can't pry anymore. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken...
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Okay, totally we're...
The confinement room is inside the Academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be... I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as... However, as for whether...
No wonder. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally... There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... The faster it blinks, the better the signal! Here? No signal again! Is it getting jammed? Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything? Please.
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying, kept listening to my people and their hearts, kept looking for a way to save Irminsul, so I can catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Surasthana. The sages are creating a god to replace me, and I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel about all of this? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
Who are you? Whose voice is that? It sounds familiar. You're right, though. I won't ignore my own voice anymore.
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up? Thank you. Why are you here?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just... when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! When you went to wake up Nahida, you were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Yep! So that means our next act is Nilou's performance!
Nilou, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know...
All right, but if anything happens...
Don't worry. They've been through it.
All right. You know...
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind. Positions.
Nilou!
Definitely more than usual.
It's okay. Just focus on your
You sure know how to talk.
Well, thank you both. I'll have to...
Ooh, that...
All right, let's get back to business.
Nilou?
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia's been conducting a weird experiment.
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better?
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece.
Hey, Nilou! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Do you want some candy?
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of... I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period.
You have a point. The stage is...
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm a real...
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Huh? Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. Come to think of it, when did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule? It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, Paimon remembers that Nilou's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the Academia, with the Doctor's technological support.
How despicable of them to rely.
But this is also... I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the artistic... It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all our...
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And
sure sounds complicated, but it seems that's pretty clever. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the
people who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish
the Akasha will turn humans into
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing too. By the way, this plan still requires...
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilou of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan.
All right. After the guards and the Academia are gone...
Then it'll be time for me and my Here they come. Did you see that, Ramon? They came out from the Academia in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment we've been waiting for. My brothers have already sprung into action.
We couldn't do anything to him.
With a lioness like you.
We still need to...
All they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly following those blasted sages every whim.
Indeed. The trap...
All right, let's each take a row.
You gave such an important task.
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined to help, so... Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him.
You've got a point.
Good luck.
This outfit...
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be...
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just a little nervous.
Relax. Don't think about getting... You only need to think about getting the guards' attention.
Okay, got it. I mean...
Hey! They're here! I can see the Academia guards!
Alright, it's time, Isak.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do next?
Huh. Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Luckily. The guard looks alert. What should I do next?
Hey, stop! I saw you. Don't try to run. Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like...
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me! This is bad. Where should I go?
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me! This is bad. Oh, how is this possible? There's also an
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me!
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me! This is...
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali. Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her?
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry, hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth? I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got...
Little brat! So you're not actually Lesser...
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters.
An ambush? How's that possible?
You've spent all your time hiding away in the...
This is odd. The Academia has quieted down after the conclusion. Where are the guards? Why have I not...
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you...
My apologies. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform...
Arrest? I have an ominous feeling.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean she has...
Yes, I wouldn't. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many...
What happened? Just Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? That's impossible. The Academia is heavily guarded. What manner of trickery did they employ? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so...
Let me check. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. The Akasha indeed contains this information. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this? Was it the report about the Traveler? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into... Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any... Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana?
Confirm. No. It may be a bit offensive to say this, but how can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha... If we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves?
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha.
No, Grand Sage.
Stay here and see if there are any
Yes, Grand Sage.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. There must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally can... Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something...
What a comical Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, you all can only see the world in your mind. And precisely because of this, she has been a
Sino. The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia.
No, you were blinded. Your fault.
I truly did not expect a proud person like...
People change, Azar. Admit it.
Then tell...
You want to buy time. This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon.
So what? Did you do all of this so...
No. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Yeah, but aren't you... Thinking about it, when Paimon thinks...
Here comes your savior.
Dia! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but as long as it doesn't break their employment...
That's probably because...
The Grand Sage is Sino Fort, so hurry to the Sanctuary of... We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
say it's nice to meet you. This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. But during this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia. Exactly! We're here because you're amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. My concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and now she needs your help to save her country, and even the entire world. It's okay. With you here, there's one more. What is it? For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay. Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up for yourself and not letting people walk all over you! I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to better myself. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. We need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the Akasha and control it. First things first, I need to remove the restrictions that the doctor put up. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke this. After all, the Academia this might take some time. In the meantime, if we don't stop the God creation plan... You might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up.